You guys also no longer have your cell phones on you. You have this, which is oddly the same size as a cell phone.
Okay.
Let's see. You had credit cards on you,
And now, like our driver's license ID.
okay. Let's see. Those became something different. Pete has the three on top. Chris has the three on bottom, I think.
Hmm.
For those watching, they appear to be tarot cards.
So our various IDs and credit cards are replaced by tarot cards.
Mm-hmm. Specific tarot cards. For those watching at home, it's the Five of Wands, is that the Eight of Wands? No, Nine of Wands, the Ten of Swords, Death, the Tower, and Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. The picture right beneath it with the guys in the oldie timey clothing, your guy's clothing now looks like one of those kind of styles.
Mm-hmm.
The money that you had uh, has changed into. Sorry, I'm maneuvering around these fucking cards that are stuck here. These coins that people have in the cases and stuff, those are actual size of the gold coins and stuff that you have. Um, let's see. Every $20 is one of those gold coins.
Okay.
Every 30 of those gold coins is roughly a kilogram. So they are fucking heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take one of the cards and place it against my head and concentrate on it. Anything happen?
I think McKay might start looking at you and thinking you're wanting to play Indian poker, but no, nothing.
Okay.
Let's see. And nobody had any rifles. Swords are swords. Bullets become bullets and caps. Hooray. If you had some sort of, did you have a holster for your nine, or were you sticking it in your pocket or something?
It was in my pocket.
It still is. Hooray. And
Flashlight become a torch
or
or a lantern.
No, flashlight would become a torch, a really horrible, shitty torch with like tar on it. A lantern becomes a lantern, though.
Mm.
Yeah, older style lantern. And
What about our Zippo become anything different?
no, I think Zippos have been around for a long time. I'm sure it's become more crude, but
Things like the glow sticks.
the glow sticks, they're probably just gone. I can't think of any equivalent.
Yep. And the rations, I assume, are to like dry biscuits or whatever the equivalent are.
Yes.
Can.
And your water skin became the Zippos are gone. Shit. They weren't around that long. Oh, you have Flint and Tinder replacing your Zippos. Hooray.
And now the waterproof matches just became strike matches, I'm assuming.
Yeah. The big sulfur sticks.
Yep.
And our butcher's chain?
Yeah.
Pretty much unchanged. It's possible to have made it back then, but it's probably a little bit heavier now because it's no longer aluminum or whatever. Oh wait, it was titanium and some other shit. Yeah. Oddly, that seems to have done pretty good. So cool.
The Leatherman.
The Leatherman, it's still Leatherman. It's a bit more clunky looking, but functionally identical.
God damn! I'll be right back.
That new diet is called Shit Yourself Then. Right. Does McKay wear a watch?
Yeah. I wouldn't have had a pocket watch or anything. Yeah, I would have been wearing a watch.
You'd have a pocket watch now. Ding, there's a pocket watch for you. I've got Chris's pistol also. Be sure to point that out to him if I forget. There's another picture of it. The pistols are the seriously heavy, big ass fucking gun, what the fuck type pistols. They're not made for lightness or anything. They're made to fucking kill somebody, whether you have to club them down. Oh, there's the clothing styles. Sorry. You guys are a bit better dressed than I thought. Off to the more right than the air thing.
Ah, yes, that's looking a bit
More dapper.
That makes a bit more. That makes a bit more sense.
There you go. I even had dresses in case Yana was around. Just because it'll drive her fucking nuts.
Yes.
I want you to imagine. Here, let me uncover another picture over in the clothing area. Imagine the woman with no name dressed like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me she wouldn't be out to kill motherfuckers after getting dressed like that.
Or your petticoat, and were they wearing the
bloomers?
Corset.
Yeah. Corset, petticoat, bloomers. Yeah. Little useless umbrella for the sun. Oh yeah. She'd have been biting the heads off of whippets.
Oh yes.
Let the good times roll. Yeah. Assuming Chris manages to survive the bathroom, because I feel his pain whenever I'm in Asia. That is me. Don't like it.
No, not a good feeling.
Yeah.
So where we come out, is it pretty much look very similar to where we went in, as in a hill surrounded by woods?
A bit. I want to give you more of a description when Chris gets back.
Yeah, that's fine.
I know he'll be asking.
Yes, it's all good.
Or I can assume he'll be asking.
Yes.
As opposed to, I'm ready to continue.
So our clothes changed to like 19th century city clothing.
Yes. You guys are definitely my definition of city slickers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if your characters actually have skills to survive in the wild, but even if they do, they are rarely there.
No, I don't think I ended up taking. No, I did not.
Chris.
Yes.
I've uncovered pictures of your pistol. As you can see, this is a big fuck off pistol. That's not a real manageable size. It's definitely a quote manly gun, meaning that if you needed to club somebody to death with it, you could. And further right and up, you can see the styles that you guys should be in. More of the city slicker type clothing. Ignore the one for women. I was just mentioning to Pete, wouldn't it be fun if Yana appeared in that dress? She would lose her fucking mind.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Yeah. Pretty much any time in history, and arguably including now, sucks for women and minorities.
Yep.
Either more or less. Anyway, so you guys are in the forest. It's nighttime. There's a very overcast sky, and not very far away at all is a fire pit. And next to it, looking very much wide-eyed, is a creature which stands about as tall as you. The gate is snapping shut behind you. The creature appears to be, it's a human-like body with rhino-colored skin. It has a rhino's head with two horns. It's dressed a bit more upmarket than you guys. It's wearing trousers, shirt, waistcoat, although his clothing is dirty and disarranged. The creature has some sort of arm wound on his right arm, which has been inexpertly bandaged with plenty of dried blood on it, and ripped shirt. The arm is in a sling. Give me evidence analysis roll from here as you glance at it.
Got it.
Claws, large ones is your guess. The campsite itself has a very small fire in a fire pit, and then rocks built up around it. Unless you were this close to it, you wouldn't notice it. Leafy sticks have been inexpertly woven through the trees to form a screen on one side and one side only. There's a rolled up sleeping bundle and a small backpack nearby. There's also an archaic looking rifle leaning on the pack, which the creature is beginning to edge toward, and the creature looks freaked out. And also it seems to be, give me spot hidden rolls. This is odd.
Got it.
Pete.
Yep, so just finding the skill.
Oh, roll first, then go for the skill, because if you get 90 something, we're pretty convinced.
Yeah, no.
He seems to be looking something near your head, Chris. He seems to be looking at your ears. And he's slowly edging toward the rifle.
I feel my ears. Are they different?
Holy fuck. Negative. They appear to be your regular ears, which is really good, because otherwise you'd lose your fucking mind. It looks at your hand. It's still edging toward the rifle, and it begins muttering, "Holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck."
Hey.
No, it's all good.
It's
all
okay.
good.
It's okay.
Calm down.
He stops. He's
Me
like,
no harm.
"Could I see your ears?" Give me empathy rolls.
I don't make it.
It's totally fucking gonna. It may fuck you if you
make it by over half.
I turn my head and I show my ear.
Pete, with your empathy roll under half, this thing is ready for fight, flight, and freak any moment now.
Yeah.
It seems reassured by Chris, but it's now looking at you.
Did we suddenly did we suddenly have top hats?
No, sure.
Okay. I'll remove my top hat.
Okay.
And put my hand behind my ear.
Okay.
So I can push
it seems reassured, but it is still edging toward the rifle a bit. Okay.
Why are you concerned about ears exactly?
I didn't know if you were elves.
No.
Sorry. Are you a type of elf?
No. Human?
Oh, human. So you chop people?
No.
Okay. Thank Lady Rittenhouse. I thought the elves had found me. Okay. Thank Lady Rittenhouse. Okay, fine. It stops edging toward the rifle and says, "Would you like to share the warmth of my fire and some coffee?"
Sure.
It appears to relax a bit. Okay. It's pretty nervous. It's kind of like shaking a bit, but it's working on preparing you guys coffee. It seems oddly reassured once you had accepted the offer for coffee.
His hands, besides the grey skin that was including his hands and stuff.
Yeah, it kind of looks like somebody said, "I want a rhino, but with human-like hands. What can you do for me?" And it is so. It's kind of weird. Do either of your characters have any weird sexual fetishes?
No.
You may not recognize this then. Actually, wait, no, Pete. Give me a memory roll as you remember back and back and back, because I know you've been on this case.
Yes.
Or one like it. Did you make it? And does Pete remember?
I made it by over half. You're talking about Furry's case.
Refill your hand. Yes, that you are fucking good. Yeah, this thing is it's on the furry scale. It counts as what they call, quote, zoo people. So he's probably got a little tail, if you were to go around behind him. But you're thinking probably that'd be a bad idea. And he says, okay. After he gives you guys coffee, he's like, I'm happy to extend hospitality to you, but you guys got to leave real soon before it happens, because I don't want you to get hurt.
Before what happens?
Yeah, something is going to happen to me, and
You're being hunted by these elves or something?
No, not yet. If they found out I was in their force, they would definitely kill me. But he points in the direction of the screen. He says, "You guys want to get back to San Angeles as quick as possible, because right now you're in Elvish lands, not far into it. It's about 2 hours that way. But you don't want to be here for when I, you know." He seems really embarrassed and scared for you.
You turn full rhino?
What?
I'm trying to understand why.
No, you're not gonna believe. Well, you might believe me. You guys are human, whatever that is. I turned into a werewolf.
Oh, okay.
And I think I'm probably going to die soon, because when I turn into a werewolf, I'll run around the woods. Eventually, the elves will find me and they'll kill me.
Why don't we lock you up somehow so you can't run around?
There's nowhere to lock me up. I mean, and I don't think you guys are strong enough to hold me down unless you can think of something just brilliant. I have no idea how you would restrain me when I change, but yeah, no, I was attacked and turned into a werewolf, and I think I know who fucking did it, but I can't prove it.
So you've already changed once before?
No, I got bit, and I know I'm going to change because it was a werewolf that attacked me.
Okay.
So Logan, I had the flexicuffs. Do they turn into anything or no?
Yeah.
No, they're probably still about the same, but give me mythology rolls or something along those lines,
No.
or xenobiology or whatever weird skills you guys got.
No.
Yeah.
Fumble, I guess.
Fumble.
I've got occult lore, if that's.
Oh yeah, occult would be good. Chris, you're thinking one of these flexi cuffs will fucking definitely keep it. In fact, it may be poisonous if you leave it on them too long.
Yeah, make my occult lore roll.
I have rope. We could tie you up.
Okay, Pete, you're with your occult lore roll. According to the tales and stuff, if you were to tie it up with rope, even if the rope was somehow still on it, or flexi cuffs, what have you, when it drastically changed shape and maybe got a lot bigger, even if it somehow was still on it, it would probably tear through it like wet toilet paper, because these creatures are supposed to be fantastically strong.
Yeah. All right. So it depends on. I've heard legends of werewolves, but it just depends on what I've heard is going to relate to what happens to you in regards to, like, if you're going to be really strong and whether or not silver is anything that can hurt you. And
I don't know. Oh, by the way, your guys regen and all that stuff, in case I hadn't mentioned before, and damage reduction for anything other than swords, that's gone.
Yep.
However, you do go down one spot due to great armor. So you get damage reduction of 1 point or 1 die due to great armor.
So so you'll be turning into a werewolf, or will you be turning into some other sort of lycanthrope?
Oh, he'll be a werewolf by Lady Rittenhouse. By her pearly white guns, he'll be a werewolf. I know it will.
And you were certain it was a werewolf that attacked you?
Oh yes, I saw it. I saw it howling in the moonlight before it came after me. It was too quick. But seriously, you guys have got to get out of here before I change and start howling. The moon's going to be up in an hour. Yeah, and I don't think you're going to be able to get far enough away. Because wolves, I've heard, can travel really far. But if I howl and bring the elves to us, they'll find us and kill us all. They're without mercy or compassion, especially for those in their lands.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the name? That's San Angeles over there?
Yes, it's about 2 hours by foot that way, he points. In fact, he says, I don't expect to survive, so take this. He gives you his compass.
Thank you.
And he tells you exactly which heading to follow.
That will be very useful.
I wish I mean, if I didn't have this horrible curse, then I'd be happy to take you there myself and get you set up and everything. But I don't see how I can survive this or anybody with me. I'm
Is
doomed.
there any? Do you have any loved ones or anything you'd like us to pass a message to or a note to?
No, I don't have any family. I was so close. I knew where it was. The big
Where
strike.
it was?
I think I found a mine, but I'd have to go back and look for it. Could have
Okay.
made all my dreams come true. Oh
And it
well.
wasn't on Elvish land?
Well, he says,
I see.
you know, they can't be everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Look, if it'll help you go away, you can take all my worldly possessions. I'm not going to live through this unless I get really, really lucky. But yeah. Now, one of the biggest problems you guys are seeing is outside of this little campfire, it is what we would call amazingly fucking dark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did Chris die? No, he's still there. Good. And yeah, the only way to really not kill yourself in the woods would be carrying a light source. However, if you carry a light source, you can be seen from a long way away by other things. So yeah,
Attract attention.
yeah. So you're kind of fucked unless you guys can come up with something really clever. Good luck. We're all counting on you. You've got less than an hour to come up with something brilliant.
What possessions does he have anyway?
Well, you go through his shit. He has clothing for him, food, not much, bit, compass, unused oil lamp, and a bit of extra fuel.
Okay, so he
So
does have a lamp. We could always shutter the lamp so it's only showing one direction. And if we
Yeah,
have the direction pointing just toward the city, anybody
Better.
else won't see.
It'll be
But-
better.
and then
Yeah.
potentially shield it so it's a dim light enough for us to see, but it's not going to show very far.
Better. Yeah. It's definitely possible to leave him out here. He's trying not to let you see him cry, but he thinks he's going to die.
Doc, do you want to check his wound out for him? Just to confirm that.
Do you mind if I check your wound?
He extends his arm. He's pretty much forgotten about the whole rifle. You guys seem really nice other than going through his stuff, but you seem nice.
He did offer it to us.
He did.
I look at his wound.
Yeah, give me a first aid roll. You change the bandages and stuff. It looks like a pretty bad wound, and you're thinking this motherfucker does not have regeneration.
I got it. I got my first aid.
Yeah, you put a new band-aid on there. You don't think it'll last long if he turns into a werewolf.
So did it look like an animal bite?
Oh yeah, it looked like a big claw thing or a bite. Yeah.
How old?
Pretty recent. You're gonna guess within a day or two.
Okay.
You don't know of any mine shafts nearby, do you?
No. This is just the way that Capon wanted it. Yeah, he fucking sent out his bully boy Krill, Mr. Krill, and he did it because it's a way of keeping his fucking mining concerns going. That's for sure. Bastard.
So you're saying that Mr. Krill is the one that had you changed?
I think I don't have any proof, but pretty sure he's the one that bit me.
And what is your name?
He says, "Oh, me? I'm Simon. Simon Sumatran."
So is the mine that you found nearby? Couldn't we put you couldn't you get in the mine and we could collapse it so that you're stuck in there?
It's not this direction, and no, It's pretty much just a hole in the ground at this point, but no, it's not anywhere close to here.
That's
They
unfortunate because a hole in the
chase me
ground
down.
would be perfect.
It would be. It would be. I wish I had a shovel, but now, plus, that's not even all of it. I think there may be people coming after me. Don't know. But yeah, my company, Whirlpool Construction, is, I guess it's going down the drain.
If we could
Nothing, he says.
open up the gate, Jock, and take him through, then
Well, it was definitely nighttime full moon on your side, so that's fun.
however, if
No,
werewolves don't
it doesn't work
exist,
like that. Only certain
Okay.
people or certain things can travel.
okay,
If
I was
he's
just thinking
from
if
here, he won't make it.
he wouldn't be able to go through. Okay,
No.
I was just thinking that if the logic of that world is werewolves don't exist, they're myths, then when he crosses over, he wouldn't turn into a werewolf because he's not.
Well, his
No such
his
thing
race
exists.
doesn't exist there, so he
No,
might
that's
not.
true, but he might.
Sure.
But he might have changed to look like us.
He attempts to
Right.
look strong.
So I take it there's not any you've not seen any people of our race in San Angeles.
No, no, yeah, you guys are kind of, if you don't mind me saying so, kind of weird looking. Says the double horned rhino guy to you.
Yeah.
Do you know if any wolves bane around here at all?
Woo, take a card for clever shit. And I stuck an air card into your hand for some reason earlier because I'm an asshole or something. Anyway, he says, I don't know what it looks like. Do you know about herbs?
Yes.
Give me herbalism rolls and shit.
Well, I've got botany.
Great.
I have knowledge of.
You look around, realizing you're in the dark without really good light.
What's going on here?
Basically seeing if something's real close.
No, I do not make my botany roll.
Yeah, who the fuck knows? You think he's gonna die?
What cards do you have? Do you have anything?
I've got a dissemination, which is for combat, gun fu for combat, limited
Wait a minute,
retrieve.
which one's dissemination again?
No, dissemination is a leadership. So basically,
Yeah.
you could play the dissemination and you could refill your hand and give
Yeah,
me
pass Chris 2 cards if you wanted. Yeah.
and then
does-
use your limited
It's
retrieve to
two of
pick
your
back
cards
up.
from either hand or pool may be placed into one or two if they get one card each, different player's pool or hand. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the old style leadership, but
Well,
I renamed
I
it.
may then yeah. Gun fu, limited retrieve, which I don't think there's any cards on the deck at the moment. Whole card. So yeah,
What's the limited retrieve say that it what's the wording on limited retrieve?
This is switched with the top card of the discard pile, but it may not be used to take a hero giving card.
You could use your dissemination immediately, limited retrieve it back.
Yeah, to get a couple of cards. Round revision. Play at the beginning of the round to either flip the next combat card if you wish. You'd opt to keep the same card for this round for a new combat round. And 7.
You have
Congrats,
some really
rolled
good
a
cards.
7.
You could trade your dissemination and to Chris for one of his shit cards. Then when he plays it, limited retrieve it, and then Chris gets a refill and could give you a couple cards which you could then discard if you felt like it.
Yep.
I'm saying this because it's been a while since you guys have gotten to play with the cards.
Yeah.
Like 7 years.
Yes.
Feels good to be playing with the cards again, doesn't it?
Okay, so I'm actually going to play the. Here, I'll trade you this. Give me one of your shit cards.
All right. Pretty much give you a card back that you gave me.
Okay, and do you have And here, I'll give you this card too. Oh, hold on. I can only give you one card at a time.
Trade accepted. Come on.
Okay. So, and then you have another crappy card or not really?
Combat card, whole card, limited retrieve, which we'll use. Oh, Gung Fu, maybe.
Yeah, give me Gun Fu. This is better than Gun Fu.
There you go.
Straight up haste is better. So I'm going to play the dissemination and limited retrieve it.
Great.
I have my own.
Okay, beautiful.
Get rid of these two. Draw 5. God damn it.
You get
Hindrance
something
players are hindered some about hindrance.
Nice.
And then yin yang, no trading. Everyone discards all their cards and refills their hand.
Suck.
1, 2.
You might want to make your discard pile a little lower as you're covering up a future map.
I can't, since it's the black screen, I don't know what's there and not.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you were to make the discard pile on top of like your pistols, down. Never mind. Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, just stick it on your pistols and you're fine. I'm pretty sure you know what the old style cowboy shit looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I will help move some of your cards. There you go.
One of the party's laptops is now an expensive paperweight. No laptop on the party, one quietly fries itself wherever it is.
So that's what happened to my fucking laptop. I knew it.
Beside an assistant plus 5% to a dice roll. Nothing there of first aid, clogging greed, big throw. Excuse me, immovable. So nothing particularly exciting.
Chris, get anything good?
I have a skill 10, a reverse dice, a replenish, and a clogging greed.
Ooh, better than Pete's cards. He could probably replenish is for both of you.
Yes.
Groovy.
I'm thinking about probably playing that just because it'll refill their hands.
Yeah, I'll get rid of all bar one of my cards.
Yep, same with... Okay, so I'm going to play the replenish and then refill.
That one. Take 5 cards.
I like the size of the $20 gold piece. That's a nice fucking coin there.
All right, so I've got to re-roll.
Do you want to re-roll your botany?
Yeah. A whip, crack, intimidate.
Before you re-roll your botany, again, let me specify, you're not able to search worth a shit because there's not a lot of light unless you want to go off into the forest, and you don't have much time to go searching for a wolf's bane. Yeah. Pretty much you'd have to have gotten lucky enough to camp directly on top of some, which is exceedingly unlikely.
I'm assuming he doesn't count as a steed, even though he's a rhino person.
I don't think he does, no.
All right. Is that a hill vehicle or steed card?
That's
actually, I'm going to play my rapid card cycler to see if maybe we get some crazy shit.
Okay. A party escape would really help out right now. Because wolves, I know how fast wolves travel, and you guys travel a lot less fast with like half an hour, 45 minutes to try to beat the wolf. You're thinking your chances are poor. Beat the wolf.
And the only card that you really have that's worth keeping is your clogging greed. Everything else is kind of meh, right?
Yeah, I've got to re-roll now as well. So which can be quite useful. But besides that, yeah, like Voodoo Law +20,
Ooh.
Whip Crack, Intimidate, Hive Mind, which for just the two of us is not really useful.
So I got 10, like out of those 10 cards, one that I can play is a Yin Yang, which means we drop all our cards and refill again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to play that because, I mean, we have 2 cards. Everything else I have is shit.
Yeah, and it's this early on that the chance of the Clog and Greed lasting.
Okay, so ditch all your cards. Good card play. You are definitely cycling through some motherfucking cards. And you've gotten both yin yangs out of the way.
Mm-hmm. More loot. Insta Hero. Hang on a minute. I've got to play immediately. Let's have a look at this.
Yeah.
One magical book owned by you goes away. This
wow, that did not last
been
long.
Owned over 1 week. The player must turn into the GM the book handout as well. The player owns no magic books. A random book owned by the party, by the group, just vanishes.
Yep.
Yep.
For you guys, the book goes away. For the other group, they will have it perhaps for a little longer.
I've got a Happy Pie, so we can get to draw another card. Ooh, I've got 2 cards that I'm playing before we do any more card play. Do you have any cards to take cards from the deck to this card pile?
No.
All right. The only reason I'm saying is I've got an Insta Hero and a Spark of Divinity. So if you did, I would ask which one you wanted, and I'd play them in the order so you could get whichever one. All right.
Unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately, no. All right. So
for those listening, that's one of the nice things about this system is the card play becomes its own little game within a game.
All right. I'll do the Spark of Divinity, and it's so interesting. Do I raise my learning up so that new skills start higher? I raise my willpower, so I have more hit points. I raise my essence, so I have more magic points.
Or your sanity gives you 5 more points of not crazy.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, does my sanity then go up?
Yeah.
By 5. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I won't worry about that for the moment.
Lots of good choices.
Yeah, choices.
I like that all the stats are now fucking vital.
Yeah. It makes it difficult. I might do willpower this time. Actually, I did willpower last time. So I'll do learning this time.
I like learning. Holy shit.
And then the Insta Hero that gives me to 9. All right, and I've got depending on if there's any card play you want to do, I've got a Happy Pie, which lets us draw 1 card.
Okay.
All right, play the Happy Pie.
Yeah, you guys have just cycled through the most cards of anybody in a while.
And then negate now. So good for a 1 werewolf attack. Besides that, negate, extra damage, D8 damage, and more loot card.
Yeah, if you guys can figure out a clever way to deal with the werewolf and shit in such a way that works for you guys and everybody's happy at the end, possibly including Simon, I will definitely fucking give cards for that shit. Because that's one of those fucking hard-ass problems.
Like, we couldn't tie him up a tree because he's got the same issue that he'd probably break the rope or something if he turns. If there was a mine shaft nearby, that would be perfect.
You got trees. The trees look like the one kind you could climb and are quite high. You could definitely, if you felt like it, pull a hobbit. But real life, wolves can climb trees. You'd have to be up pretty fucking high, like the hobbit. Definitely in the I may break my leg and oh, healing sucks here. You're not even sure how healing works here since the zone you came from, Pete, is your native zone.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that a bitch?
What happens if we knocked him out?
You're not sure. According to Pete's occult roll, he can tell you that.
You want another occult roll?
Yes, yes. This is pretty fucking specific information on what will happen.
Yeah. A natural 1.
Right. That's a fucking brilliant idea. However, he is definitely going to start in with the regeneration shit. When he becomes a werewolf, if werewolves here do regenerate, which Pete suspects that they might, obviously he's not regenerating. But if you can keep him unconscious and basically stay up all night by going anytime he starts stirring, that is possible, but a lot of fucking work. And it'll be really hard for you guys because unless his regen's super fucking quick, you may nod off and then woke up to be nod on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a possible solution. It's definitely on the violence and brutality side of things, but possible.
I run it by him. It's like, look, we could knock you the hell out, and then
You think
every
that'd
time
work?
you start, it might.
At this point, I am willing to fucking try anything. He starts taking off his shirt, sees the condition it's in, he goes, I'm ready.
It's gonna suck, but because I can keep you alive as well.
Okay. You're trying. I got nothing else. It's either knock me out or I'm going to probably die because the elves will find me. Because if we make any noise or have any light, I mean, even this is risky. They may find us, and if they find us, then you know what elves do.
Damn elves.
Certainly, yes. Don't with that.
But if I don't make it, you got to get back to San Angeles.
Okay.
Be inside the walls. Okay. Since he's letting you basically knock him out, all I'm going to need is a simple strength roll. And then depending on how you want, actually, you're a doctor. So simple strength roll to start with the knocking out. Because if you fail, you're going to pull what you call a Sherlock Holmes, and you'll just slap him. And then you're going to have to continue slapping him until eventually he falls unconscious. It is the most brutal, slow-ass way to knock out anybody, by pimp slapping him.
I think I crit.
Oh, my God. Right. Fulton's like, and it just shows the guy like kind of doing a slow...
The other way would be just choke him unconscious, wouldn't it?
That probably would have been easier, but Doc Fulton really just... He did like the hit, and it shows the guy like falling, and then it shows the whole cut scene where he's like falling into deep water and shit like that. And you hear dun 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 dun.
I mean, if they regen from anything besides silver, we could hang him. And he'd just keep choking, and being unconscious.
But I don't want to kill him though, and that would be an easier way of killing it. That.
Yeah, just a thought.
I keep him knocked out like this, so.
Well, you're not sure. If he according to
how fast werewolves
Pete's natural @1, if he became a wolf, and then that's when the regen kicked in, and then at that point you hung him, regen. As a doctor, if you're like, oh fuck, I think he's going to die. Well, actually, he would do the same as you guys in the Highlander. If he goes under and he goes, and then So,
okay. Well, I do have ropes, so we can make like a noose and basically tighten it. Okay.
Give me a knot tying roll to see what kind of noose you can make, because most people I've discovered are really shit at it. It's not a hard knot. If you get close to it, let me know.
Hang on. Yep. I'm just going to have to go AFK. Sick dog's going Burko outside.
Okay.
I'm going to try. Nope.
You're going to have to rely on your buddy when he gets back to show you how to tie a noose. You're like, is this a noose? And he's like,
it's a big bow tie.
This bow tie would definitely keep the wolf out. Yeah, I didn't think of hanging him. That's pretty fucking clever, actually. And you've definitely got enough trees here to do it. Sure, why not? What a fucked up night for the wolf, though. Can you just imagine? Over and over and over.
Yeah, that's real fucked up.
Oh yeah. It's like, how many times did you die last night? 112. Whoa.
God damn.
That's some Sandy-inducing shit there. After that, he was never quite right. Mm-mm. But it is funny. Yeah. If Pete makes it, you're going to definitely want him to double up the rope and shit because you're not sure how much this fucking werewolf is going to weigh and shit like that.
Yeah.
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 I mean, normal rope can take like a few 100 pounds or whatever, but you know, werewolf, you're not sure. Oh man, the fucking PCs I have. Well, it looks like we have to lynch your ass there, nice guy. Ha ha, we're doing it for your own good, so we're not evil. I'm right now imagining Pete fighting some sort of gigantuan, evil Australian creature.
Dingoes are
God.
out there trying to eat babies.
Okay, I'm back.
What? Yeah. Was it a dingo eating a baby, Pete?
No,
Brought that
the
up.
next door neighbours are moving, so there's got a removalist van there and people coming and going. So the dog was going Burko at him.
Okay.
So how are we going with hanging a werewolf?
Well, he made a big bow tie and he put it on the guy and shows it to
you. Not sure if that's going to really work.
It's the best he can do.
Well, one of us can try.
You can try now.
With our hands hanging from it to see if it works.
Well, no, his shit is not work. Apparently,
No,
he's never
shitty.
tried to do.
It's your turn.
Okay, with my new improved rope tying.
Mm-hmm.
No, mine's worse than yours, I think.
Wow. You guys have never really tied a noose before, and it's a mystery as to how they make that shit work.
What about if we used a belt or something like that? I suppose it just depends on whether or not it would hold the weight.
Do you have jury rig?
I do.
Jury rig may be Jury rig may be a real useful thing about now.
I will try to jury rig a choke collar.
I like it.
Because we have the flexicuffs and we can use the rope and then the flexicuffs to make like a choke collar.
And the guy's probably got a belt on his clothes. A decent sized belt as well.
Go for it. Give me a nice
pluses.
Unfortunately not. I would have played them before. What have I got? A negate, a damage, and a more loot.
Okay, well I will try.
Be going very shortly. Okay.
Nope.
How about you, Pete? How's your jury rig?
Ooh, close.
Actually, it's a simple enough deal. I am giving like a plus 10%. Would that
make it? Yes.
Wow. Okay, you guys have got a couple of belts because you're not sure how big the werewolf is going to be and stuff. Now, here's the only problem is you're going to have to wait for him to change because you're pretty sure the rhino will suffocate for some reason. Plus, his horns are but
so we found a strong enough branch to put the rope over and hooked it up a spot so we can pull it and then tie it off.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So it's on an angle, so we're not within. So
Right.
if he wakes up a bit, he's not going to claw the rope or claw us with his feet.
No problem. You guys keep him unconscious. If Chris, all I need on this, since you are a doctor, is a first aid roll, Chris, to make sure you keep the patient unconscious and beat his head in now and then. Oh, okay. Right. Now, both of you give me a sanity roll as you watch him turn into a werewolf. This sucks, you think?
Oh, wow. I didn't make it.
It's been your first night in the new world. We made a sex chokehold for a werewolf.
The worst thing is we kept jacking him off when he was going unconscious.
A natural 1. Yeah, I don't care. It's a werewolf, whatever.
It's 1 point if you make it, D6 if you fail it.
And that goes under...
I'm sure there's something for werewolves in the sandy sheet. If not, then, make a category for lycanthropy. Let the good
print
times
out the
roll.
sanity sheet at this stage.
It oddly has a lot of weird shit in it that works for this game.
I seem to recall you talking about
grouping shit up. Yeah,
grouping stuff. Yeah.
Nobody cared enough to really work hard on it before, so I'm waiting until the players come up with something brilliant after they have played enough and go, here, how about this? And I go, I don't like it, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chris, did you go crazy or?
I lost 3 points.
Oh, he says. Right. Now, the problem is you're going to have to string them up. So I'm going to need somebody to be primary on the strength while the other guy's holding the rope. Who wants to lift up the unconscious and regenerating rapidly werewolf? Probably get one shot at it before it becomes conscious, and then you get to do some battle with a really badly wounded werewolf.
All right. I'll do the primary. Okay.
Okay. Pete's holding the rope. I don't even need a roll from Pete until Chris is like, and then it becomes conscious and begins biting the fuck out of him. So now we go into combat. Good news, it's pretty much one hit away from unconsciousness, and then you got to try again. But let's see what happens with it. God damn it, I got to make it bigger.
So, yeah. All right.
Chris decides, I want to be bitten by this dude. So, heroes are first, villains are second, running somebody over is approved. Oh, if only you had a fucking car. So you guys are first. Chris, you're holding the giant, and it got bigger werewolf, and it may just fucking drag you down. Pete, your hands are free.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, you normally slap the fuck out of people. So
I do 3 points.
Chris drops it and decks it.
Say, yeah, I could pull either a damage card or a negate card and trade it to you if you wished.
He doesn't seem to care about that. Do you want to kick it while it's down to make sure it stays out just a little longer, or just hold the rope patiently?
I'll be holding the rope, getting ready to. I'll be starting to pull on. I'm actually starting to pull on the rope.
All right, Chris, go ahead and give me a strength roll to try again before it becomes conscious.
Nope.
Next round.
As I said, did you want a negate or a damage, bonus damage?
Nah.
All right.
Chris is having a good time. Villains are first. Oh no, says Chris. Shooting a bow or crossbow is approved. It attempts to bite the fuck out of Chris. Who knows what kind of horrible things will happen to him. It is a shitty werewolf, you think, as it snaps its jaws ineffectually at Chris. So.
Bad dog.
Well, yeah, as I said, I'm holding on the rope as well.
Holy shit. Chris lays down and sticks his hand near its jaws so it can have an easier shot at it. He's laying on top. Chris has knocked himself down and is hoping the werewolf bites him at a bonus. What are you going to do there, Pete?
I'm hauling on the rope to try and restrict the werewolf's movement.
Yeah.
Because the thing's around its neck, so if I'm holding on that, it's going to make it harder for him to go forward.
A mighty strength roll.
Go forward and bite him.
Yeah, give me a mighty strength roll.
Strength.
It shows a close-up of the line going over the branch, and like some dust and stuff comes off.
No.
As he yanks on it ineffectually. Next round. Let's see if the wolf goes first and gets to bite the shit out of Chris. Heroes
You
are
just
first.
want, like, you just want to turn into a werewolf.
No.
He's not going to be happy with it. Heroes are first and get a free reroll. Chris, you've been knocked
Woohoo.
down, but you can attack at -30 from the ground if you just want to. Acrobatics.
Give me the wolf ghoulies.
So you're first. Chris, what do you do?
I play a haste. I stand up. I punch it in the face.
Did you fumble something?
No, I did not make my martial arts, but I did hit it, and I hit it for 2 points.
It looks really, really dazed. Pete, it may need a bit of a good old Australian kicking.
Well, I'm holding the rope, so I'm not near close because of the way we got the rope. I'm not close enough to actually kick it and hold the rope.
If you wanted to do an acrobatics roll, you could Tarzan your ass into it.
That is tempting, but no.
I'll give you a card for it if you succeed.
No. I'm actually hauling on. I'm going to haul on the rope.
Give me a mighty strength roll as your mighty Hughes attempt to pull it up.
Yes, I make a strength roll.
You managed to get its front end up. It's going to be attacking Chris at a negative.
Yeah, that's part of what I'm trying to do. Just basically make it.
Oh my God, the jaws are really so close to Chris. It's almost shaving him. So close, so close.
The whole hot, fetid breath on his face.
Yes, he's digging it too. And he's thinking about kicking werewolf junk. You can see it in his eyes. Next round. Heroes are first and have a small chance of getting knocked down if they take damage. Defending yourself against the evil werewolf is approved. Chris, what do you do?
Excellent.
Yeah.
5 points of damage.
For its round, it's just going to lay there. Pete, give me a strength roll to continue hoisting the mizzen mast.
Yes, I'll make a strength roll. Nothing special.
All right. He's slowly, its back feet are almost off the ground. He's like, it's so heavy. Chris, what are you doing?
I punched it.
Oh, yeah. You're out of combat. What do you guys do? Pete's having a great deal of problem getting
Give me a hand with this rope.
Yeah, right. Now I will help him with the rope.
Give me a strength.
I got
Excellent. You guys hoist it up, and through doctor's first aid, this thing's massive regeneration and stuff. It's pretty much a fucking nightmare of it waking up, choking to death, spasming all the fuck over and swinging around like a fucking fishing lure on the end of a line, and then it goes limp, and then it fucking wakes up and spasms around.
At least we're not going to go to sleep with the amount of carrying on. But the benefit of it being choking like that, it's not going to be able to howl.
No, it's definitely not in howl territory. You could go to sleep if you were really
picking
confident.
up a couple of branches and us doing pinata.
Who wants to do a luck roll to make sure that it somehow doesn't get loose, or the rope doesn't snap, or the tree doesn't burn down, or some bullshit happen to you? Lower is better. Who wants the big luck roll?
You're better at luck than me, Chris.
Okay, I will try.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, but lower is better.
It's not good. Right, I got it, but it's nothing happy.
Yeah. So, you're part of the way through the night before the fucking rope finally gives out over this thing's repeated, frantic fucking motions. But you've only got a couple hours till sunrise. It looks as though you may have to go to plan B with that luck roll, meaning combat.
Kick the shit out of it?
Yeah, just repeatedly kicking the shit out of it. Unless if you're happy with that luck roll, then yeah, you're going back to kicking the shit out of it. Chris, thoughts?
I will play a replenish.
Ooh, here we go. Get rid of any cards you don't love anymore, Pete.
I'll keep those other two for the combat.
Nothing good. I can spend a pause. I haven't spent a pause in a bit. I'll spend a pause on my luck roll.
Very well.
Oh,
Snaps almost immediately. This is just fucking horrible luck. If only the rope didn't have a small defect in it when it comes to werewolves.
And you said you got to replenish, right?
Yes, I've got to replenish.
All right. Why don't
And
you
I've also got to retrieve. So I can play to replenish and retrieve it straight away.
Yeah, so just toss the retrieve out there, and we'll refill our hands again and see if we get a reroll.
Hooray!
I really don't want to keep blowing
No.
pause.
But the rope.